Hey, how's everybody doing? This is J.D. Temple, and joining me is one of my best friends in the whole world, a kick-ass black magician, j.s.garrett. What's going on, brother?
Oh, not much, bro. It's good to see you again. It's been a minute since we've been on.
Yeah, it's good to see you, man. I know, and it's time flies, and we've both been busy as we can be, and it's been really, really awesome. But it's really easy to get caught up in just being so extremely busy, and I know that you have been in demand big time, and that's so good to see, and it's no surprise because you're so good at what you do. And,
Well, I
and
appreciate it, brother. Yeah, I do. Yeah, things have been really busy for both of us, which is great. And yeah, the rituals that we've got out right now are keeping us busy. So that's a very, very good thing.
yeah, yeah, no doubt, man. I mean, it's like trying to take care of everyone and fit everything in and be able to do things properly is, um, definitely causing me to lose a little bit of sleep here and there. But after the deification rite, I only need like 3 hours anyway. So, it's really something that I'm getting used to, and it's really like not a big deal. So it gives me
Yeah.
more time to do what I love to do.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. That is a perk. Is less sleep is needed. So definitely helps to operate at this level.
Yeah, it does. It does. And like Orly, she was saying the same thing. Like she only needs like 3 hours of sleep now and she's good to go. And, ever since that rite was performed for her. So she's really gotten a lot out of it too. So, and everybody else that I've spoken to, other clients of mine that have also worked with you, they all say the same exact thing. And it's so awesome. Like it's, like when you talk to people that have had pretty much the same exact experience from that working. It's just like, wow, like it's fucking amazing, But I mean, again, it comes as no surprise because it's you've got that, you've got it down. I mean, really to the ultimate combination of an art and a science, and it's just fucking kick ass, man. And that's why I'm like excited to talk to you tonight about a new rite that you're going to be offering through Become a Living God, which is a love ritual that involves Astarte. Is that correct?
Yes, yes. Really excited to roll this out. This is something that I've been working on perfecting for like a decade now. So yeah, it's really exciting to share this with everybody. I call it Astarte's love slave spell, which yeah, that's kind of a devilish name for that there, but yeah, there's actually a lot of different uses for it. And love magic's really cool in general. I know it's like extremely frowned upon, especially by the right hand community. And I think that's really just because it works. Like it works really well. So yeah, there's going to be haters when it comes to that. But love is, it's got to be like the strongest human emotion. I mean, I think a lot of people like a misconception is that like fear is the strongest human emotion, but I can think of a lot of different cases that I've witnessed in my lifetime where love has overcome fear and hatred as well. So yeah, I definitely think that's the strongest human emotion. And so if you can figure out how to manipulate that emotion within someone, you can use that for all sorts of things. I mean, you can use it for self-improvement. You can use that to help alleviate yourself of enemies and bad situations. And you can also use that to improve or manifest a relationship. So, I mean, this is a really versatile spell in that I'm able to custom tailor this specifically to the recipient to fit their specific needs. So yeah, yeah, it's really cool.
Well, I agree with you, man. I think that love is definitely the most powerful human emotion. And I think that, it might be a little cliche, but I do believe that love conquers all. And I've always been a firm believer in that. And I am a big time lover, dude. I mean, I love to love. As stupid and corny as that sounds, it's true, man.
Awesome. Well, I mean, love also drives people to do really crazy things too. I mean, when that takes over that chemical energetic influence on the body, I mean, people do things that are just downright crazy. So yeah, it's very effective in a lot of different areas. The first thing I do whenever I come across a new working or a new spell or something like that is try to think of all the different ways that it can be utilized. And that's why I really like this particular spell, because it has so many applications that I can apply in so many different ways.
Well, tell me a little bit about this working, if you would, like maybe some of the mechanics of it. You know, I mean, I know that you can't really totally put it all out there, of course,
No,
but
I'll put it all out there, man. I'm actually right after we release this, I'm going to film a micro course, a how-to course to show other people how to do this. So I'm doing the same thing with the deification right now, because obviously I cannot perform this ritual for everyone, and the whole point of releasing this in the anthology was to get people doing it for each other, to empower each other and continue to build the army per se. So yeah, I'll explain a little bit about this. This is what it looks like. It's extremely simple, nothing flashy. And this is just a mason jar here with a combination of herbs and implements, along with a fetish link for each of the recipients.
okay.
So what this does is it combines sympathetic magic with evocation, along with blood sacrifice, candle bottle, and sex magic. So it's quite a combination of different techniques that when combined together create something extraordinarily powerful. So like I said, I've experimented with perfecting this for years, and it wasn't until I started evoking and working with Astarte or Ishtar or Astaroth. Those are some of the names that she goes by. I understand her to be the goddess of love and war. And it wasn't until I started working directly with her that she gave me the right combination of implements and techniques to really take this to the next level. So what I do is the ritual comes with a consultation. Of course, this allows me to sit down and get to know the client a little bit, and gives me the information that I need to custom tailor this working for them. So you know, it's something that can be used to mend or rejuvenate a doomed relationship or marriage, restore friendship, turn an enemy into a friend. It can manifest a relationship with a lover of your desire. It can be used to target a specific person. It's very versatile. I can even tweak this and cast the spell on you yourself. And what this does is it causes you to forgive yourself for the things that you loathe about yourself, for the mistakes that you've made, and for the things that you don't like when you see in the mirror. And causes one to literally love themselves, which that's something that's very highly overlooked in the area of love magic, but it's also something that we find across the board in highly successful people. They do not hate and despise themselves. They think very highly of themselves, and in turn other people think highly of them as well. So that's something else this can do for you. So what I do after talking to the client and getting the necessary information is I'll perform the ritual, and I use fetish links in this bottle. I usually like a photograph or some hair or something like that if the client wants to send me that. But printing out a picture of them works just fine. And then I'll proceed to do the evocation of Astarte. And what I do, once I have evoked the goddess, I will then turn around and evoke the spirit of the recipient or recipients, the same way I do in the deification.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, I do that when I perform this ritual as well, which is something else that really sets it above some of the other workings out there. For instance, if I was going to do this to make two specific people fall in love with each other, I would evoke both of their spirits and then energetically bind those spirits together in romantic union. And then I would carry out the sympathetic aspect of the spell, which is a combination of pretty rare herbs and implements, as well as animal parts that I've collected from all over the world, literally. And whenever I put this combination of implements together, it creates a vibration that has a devastating effect on reality and overwhelming effect on the recipient as well. And so after the petition is made to the goddess to ensure the success of the operation, as well as to infuse the recipients with her power and essence, literally injecting her into their lives, I then offer a blood sacrifice to the goddess as an offering on behalf of each client or each recipient. And the energy that is released from that sacrifice is literally channeled and placed inside this jar to amplify the power of this 100 times over. When you use a blood sacrifice, it takes any working you're doing to the next level.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So after completing the ritual and putting all of the implements and the fetish link into the jar, I then burn a red candle on top. As you can see, this is had a candle burn on top of it. This is actually a spell that I did for myself. My wife and I actually sat down and did this together to each other, just to make our relationship better, just to keep the fire burning. I mean, when you're with somebody for so long, I mean, fuck, you get tired of each other. Resentment builds up, things like that. I mean, it's something that can really put you back in the honeymoon phase per se. So that's really cool. So yeah, we did this to each other. It's mine. Anyway, after putting it together, I'll burn a red candle on top, and I will sit there and recite the petition over and over while staring into the flame. And I'll let the candle burn down overnight, and then I will mail this to the client, send it to them, put it in a package, and literally send them the bottle in the mail. And along with that, there are written instructions explaining to them exactly what to do with it, how to care for it, where to place it within their home. And there's also instructions, and this is completely optional. Once I complete the spell, it's done. It will start taking effect immediately, no matter where you are in the world. But if you want to push your own energy into this working as well, giving it that much more power, I have written instructions for the client to perform a solo sex magic ritual with this jar. And I also include an anointed, ritually charged candle that I send with the jar that they themselves can burn on top and perform a solo sex magic ritual that will just make it that much sweeter. Get a lot of really good results with this. I don't think I've had any complaints with this ritual. So there's also instructions. It's a very safe ritual. It's very powerful, but it's safe in that I give you instructions for a very simple ritual that you can do to relieve the effects of the spell. In case someone gets creepy in love, or you do this to someone and you decide that you no longer want to be in the relationship, you want to terminate those feelings, then you hold that power in your hands as the client to undo this if that is indeed necessary and what you want to do. A lot of the scary shit and horror stories that we hear about love spells is, like creating stalkers or something of that nature. So you can rest assured that you have that power in your hands to turn it off if that be the case.
Well, I really love what I'm hearing, because I love to layer workings as you've done with this. I really, really dig sympathetic magic. I love sex magic. It's really sounds like you have really covered all of your bases with this, and it's like, one thing that you had spoken about briefly a moment ago was that, a lot of people they don't think very highly of themselves, and especially when it comes to like aspects of sex, like at that moment of climax. There's been studies that have shown that women especially tend to almost curse themselves by having negative thoughts about themselves during climax, that maybe that they're not happy with their body, or they're not good enough in some kind of way, and they're actually creating almost like a curse energy upon themselves by doing that. So that, sounds like that would alleviate a lot of those like kind of self-inflicted issues that a lot of people place upon themselves, which is fucking awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the whole concept behind sex magic, really, is that at the point of orgasm, it is like an explosion of energy comes forth from your body. And if you are concentrating on manifesting something at the point of orgasm, then that energy that explodes from you through that orgasm goes out into reality and causes that to manifest. So if you're thinking about negative shit when you orgasm, then yeah, you're definitely going to manifest that in a big way. So yeah, this is definitely something that could help you with that. And essentially, what I've done here is I've taken evocation and blood sacrifice in order to transform what would otherwise be considered simple folk magic and turned it into a wrecking ball that totally smashes through the barriers of even the hardest hearts to instill feelings of love, lust, and passion in a person, even if they've previously despised you, which is really cool. I've even seen this alter someone's sexuality. That's not really something that I recommend doing to people, but it just so happens that a couple of years ago, I was in a situation where I needed to influence an authority figure, someone who had authority over me, and I wanted them to like me so that they did not fuck with me. Okay, so before I ever met this person, I got their name, and I performed this this love spell on them. It was a female. And so when I get there and meet her, it turns out she was a full-blown lesbian. Spiked hair, tattoos, men's clothes, everything. I was like, oh, fuck, there's no way. This chick forgot that she was a lesbian, like, instantly. It was downright trippy how much this affected her. And so it got the desired result for sure.
That sounds incredible, man. Like, to be able to kind of get, someone to, go to the other side like that, that is freaking something. Like that's not easy. Yeah.
Yeah, it totally shocked me. And at that point, I realized like what I had. I was like, holy crap. Most love spells cannot do something like that. This is really cool. And so
they all love them some JS, man.
Well, I mean, and also like it can be used as a weapon too. I mean, why destroy your enemy with a curse when you can turn them into your love slave? I mean, seriously, I'm about making friends, not enemies, dude. Yeah,
no shit, dude. Yeah, that's well said, man.
Yeah. So what happens is, say you have an antagonist or something like that, someone who's actively trying to torment or destroy you. You cast this spell on them. Those feelings of hatred and disgust and resentment towards you are instantly removed, and then that person will start to feel guilty for the harmful things that they've done to you, and then they will start to feel very fond of you, and then they will start trying desperately to make that shit up to you. So yeah, that's an alternative to cursing someone to death. And yeah, if you have an authority figure or an employer or someone that has power over you that you need to influence in your favor, this is a great way to do it.
And it sounds like too, like, for like business owners out there and that kind of thing where, and I have, a lot of experience with this, with having, a number of employees at one time. And it's really hard to get a group of people to respect you sometimes, and they can almost start to want to work against you. And when that happens, everything kind of trickles over to, their customer service declining, and the job quality and things that they do starts to decline as well. And so like for business owners, for example, if they could influence all of their employees to really fall in love with them, that's going to make everything about that business that much better, because they're going to want to go the extra mile for the company because they love you so much. So like this could be definitely awesome for that. I mean, because that's like a really, really, it's really a profound hurdle that I think a lot of business owners have to overcome, and it's something that they have to do again and again and again, because a lot of companies, of course, people come and go. you'll have a new group in 6 months, and you kind of have to try to, like, you know, reorganize and kind of go through those growing pains or just operational pains again and again, you know. So that could be used to kind of retain employees and really kind of empower your business, make your business more successful, you know, just through those aspects. Like, that's freaking amazing, dude. Like, you've really got something here,
Yeah, dude,
which
I mean,
again, I'm not surprised, you know?
yeah, imagine if you've got a serious business deal that hangs in the balance, and you need to influence a colleague or something to side with you in that, or say you're trying to work your way up through a company and you need that employer to really favor you in order to work your way up. I mean, it goes so many different ways, dude. It's crazy how creative you can get with this technique.
Well, this really sounds like it's, I mean, I can't think of a single person that I know in my life that could not benefit from this in one way or another. I mean, because it really has, it covers so many bases and so many different life situations that we all go through and we all experience. And we're going to have difficulty in those areas, you know, here or there. So this is really something for, you know, this has something in it for everyone, which I really like that a lot. That is really attractive, man.
Oh yeah, thank you. Thanks a lot, man. And yeah, I mean that's pretty much how it works. I mean your imagination is the limit as far as to what you could use something like this for, and you can get as creative as you want to. And the fact that it is so versatile, I'm able to custom tailor that to match whatever it is your needs are. So absolutely.
So then, you know, when people sign up for this, right, then I guess you would encourage them to go ahead and jot things down before they schedule that consultation with you, so that they can kind of go over, you know, their situation. And that way you can go ahead and customize it and, you know, tailor it to their specific needs.
Absolutely.
Um, you know, being able to customize something like that is huge. You know, I mean, it's not a cookie cutter right by any means. And I think that people really seem to resonate with that customization aspect. I mean, I know that I always do. You know, I really, you know, when somebody can really custom tailor something just for you, I mean, there's nothing better. I mean, in our world, everything is kind of a one size, you know, fits all, from a sense of, like, this is what you get, you know, like it's this and that's it. But you can kind of pull things from here, 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 and you can kind of put together that fucking indestructible Voltron that's going to go out there and kick ass, do whatever it is that they need to have done. That's going to be great. That's going to be great, man. And so when is this going to be available in the catalog, or is it already available now?
It's available now. We have not sent out the newsletter yet. That's going to be coming out in a couple of days, and yeah, this video will be going up in a couple of days as well. So it's already available for purchase. We just haven't officially rolled it out yet.
Cool, cool. So if they go to Become a Living God site, they'll probably see this right listed separately from the deification, right, I would think, or would this
Yeah.
be probably just under your profile, either one or the other, and they can
You
go
click
ahead and
on,
sign up?
yeah, you just click on Ritual for Hire and it'll come up. I think it's actually the first one at the top of the page right now. So yeah, absolutely. And be sure to check out their new clothing line too. Like if you want a super badass t-shirt like what I'm wearing here, then definitely check that out. They got all kinds of designs, different spirit sigils on t-shirts. They've got tank tops, hats, all kinds of stuff. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be ordering some more of these.
Yeah, I am too. I am too. I was just talking about that like 2 days ago. I was like, I want to get an Azazel shirt. I want to get a Belial shirt. I want to get one of those really big posters that they have. I think they have like some that are like 4x4, something like that.
Yeah,
They're freaking
yeah,
awesome, man.
yeah. That'd be really cool to hang up in the temple here for sure.
Hell yeah. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt, man. Well, I know everybody's going to really be excited about this. I'm really excited about it. And I know that it's going to be something that is really going to benefit a lot of people. And at the end of the day, that's what it's all about.
Oh yeah, man. Well, I appreciate you coming on and talking with me about it, dude. It's always a pleasure to chat with you. And yeah, man, it's good. It's good to talk to you again. It's been too long.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. It's always a pleasure on my end as well. And I look forward to many, many more, and look forward to everyone's success, and to be able to take care of the people that can take use of our service, make use of our service. It's not, there's nothing more fulfilling than helping those that really have a desire to make change in their lives, and it just is such a joy. So I look forward to it, and thank you again, JS.
Oh yeah, thank you, brother. You have a good night.
You as well. Thank you.